And thank you very much for being with us on UBC TV. Welcome to Good Morning Uganda Agenda. I'm Robert Chirabo Nyonyito. That is in case you've just joined. But if you've been with us all the way from 6:30 when we start our live broadcast, I have been here with Judy Nantabamusisi. And now we are doing the agenda where we usually have a guest or guests and we look at issues of national concern. Now today I'm delighted because we are going to be discussing something very, very important. Of course, to a certain generation, you may think that what you're going to be discussing is no longer relevant. But here I am with good news that my guests are going to be delivering to you, that actually Posta Uganda is alive, kicking, and has transformed to meet the daily needs. Now, join me, welcome Alinaitwe James, who is the Managing Director, Posta Uganda. You're most welcome.
Thank you, and good morning, viewers.
And next to him is Daraus Jim Huezi, who is the Manager of Operations. Jim, you're most welcome.
Thank you, and good morning, viewers.
Now, I want to begin with the Managing Director. When we talk about Posta Uganda, many have in their memories, when we were in school, we used to buy stamps, you write letters, then they are taken, then you wait for some good time, then they will reply, then you get them, then they announce on the school parade. And now we are at a time where, yes, that still exists, but also that's the memories people have. But briefly, tell us about Posta Uganda.
Thank you very much. Good morning, viewers, once again. We are happy to present to you Posta Uganda, or what you popularly know as the Post Office. It's a department of government of Uganda. And Robert, you are right. There are good memories about the Post Office because right from pre-independence times, throughout the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s, the Post Office was the monopoly on communications, internal communications in the country. If you wanted telephone connectivity, if you wanted to connect with your child in school, you needed to make a trip to the Post Office. And I'm so glad that the Post Office served so well that now people like Chirabo say we have good memories of the Post Office. Please keep them, because the Post Office is still able to give you good service. But a fundamental change happened in the mid-1990s, towards the end of the 1990s. And it was a positive one, liberalization of the economy. The government policy changed and the economy was opened up so that private players can come in. That was a fundamental change. So what used to be a very big giant, Uganda Posts and Telecommunications Corporation, was split and a number of companies came up. Most importantly, the telecommunications sector was privatized. And good news came up because a number of private telecom companies emerged. At that same time, Posta Uganda was also created, and its mandate was solely delivery of postal services. A number of things changed then because private players also came in to deliver postal services. The likes of Dax Couriers, for those who remember, the likes of DHL, and a number of others. Today, there are more than 30 players in the postal sector. But obviously, Posta Uganda, being the government agency, is the biggest. Now, what did it mean? It meant that the post office retained its mandate to deliver postal services throughout the country, but also private players were allowed to come in and deliver, something that we appreciate very much. The second major change that came in was technology. Technology came in and it was moving very, very rapidly. As a result, a number of communication modes emerged. The modes included EMS, The modes included short message services. The messages included these WhatsApps and other social media. But also, the web opened up many areas of communication. So, what used to be a nice letter from a parent to the relative or to a friend became an email. You could contact your people using mail. So yes, the practice of letter writing reduced. And we see the statistics that habit is continuously declining. But technology, much as it reduced some areas of the traditional post office, it opened up new and very lucrative opportunities for the post. We were able to use technology to continue rendering our service, and we'll be talking about these technologies in future. So it's important today to give our viewers the context within which we come to present to you the transformation and digitization of the post. The context comes from the liberalization in the 1990s, the advent of new players, especially the private players, but most importantly, the advent of new technologies in the communications sector. And Robert, as we shall be explaining shortly, Posta Uganda has embraced technology very well and fully digitized. And that's why we're here this morning.
Now, even if I come to the director operations or manager operations, there's something very interesting, that is e-commerce. We see Posta Uganda venturing into e-commerce. Now, ED, what was the turning point, and were there gaps? Why did we see the shift to e-commerce now at Posta Uganda?
Thank you. The move towards electronic commerce is demand-driven. It's a government agency, Posta Uganda. Our mandate is to deliver government services. But we must serve the interests of the users, and our users are largely the youth. As you very well know, they comprise 3/4 of the population of Uganda. So most of the young people want to use products that can be easily accessed, that are digital. In other words, they are available on their platforms, and the young people have many of these. But also, across the board, most Ugandans now prefer services that they can use with ease. This has been brought about by a number of things. One, the lifestyle of Ugandans has changed. The lifestyle has changed dramatically. We were here in the 60s and 70s and 80s. The way we lived then is quite different from the way people live today. The standards of living have improved. People have a little bit more money today than before. And technology has also made it possible for them to access better services. So they want to keep on living their lives and transacting, but they want products that are available online. They don't want to get into a taxi.
Maybe first, sorry to interrupt, I just want to remind our viewer that you can use the number on your screen to send us any question, any concern regarding Posta Uganda, but more so this shift to electronic commerce by Posta Uganda. So the number is on your screen. That is a 0709602532. Please do send the message. Don't call. Don't call. Only send me a WhatsApp message or a text message, and I can guarantee you my guests here will be able to respond to all your concerns as they come in. Please continue.
Thank you. So we're saying the move towards e-commerce is demand-driven. That's what our clients want. Why is there demand for e-commerce? We see it because we serve a growing number of Ugandans who order products online, and the products come to the post office, and we are able to deliver. The post office has sufficient experience and capacity to deliver door to door. So it was thought very necessary to create a platform for Ugandans to be able to purchase online, especially Ugandan-made products. This platform, Postcom, is a government platform. It's housed in the post office, but we want to use it to make sure that every Ugandan who has goods or services can be able to advertise them onto this platform. Alternatively, every Ugandan who wants a service should be able to access it on the national platform, the Postcom. This is meant to serve the growing need of electronic commerce, but also it fits very well within our mandate, because our mandate is delivery. Technology has come in and we very much love it because it enables us to do our work. But the need to deliver door to door has not gone away. You can order for anything online. You can view anything online. But at the end of the day, you want to get hold of your item. And that's where our core competence comes in. So Postcom has come in to bridge that gap between the growing need of online shoppers, but also the need by Ugandans to have a reliable, trusted delivery service, which is from the government of Uganda, and that is the post office.
Now, that brings me to ask Operational Manager Jim, why would one choose Posta Uganda over other players in the market?
Thank you, moderator. First of all, Posta Uganda, as MD has said, is a government entity. It is trusted. It has been here for generations. And it has the experience to deliver items. And when it comes to Postcom, it is a trusted platform. First of all, it is focusing on mainly the Ugandan products, as it has been said earlier on. And when you look at it, it is looking at expanding markets. Uganda is a member of the Universal Postal Union, which has a membership of 192 countries. That means that we are opening up even the international market for our local producers and local entrepreneurs on Postcom. That means that if someone enrolls on Postcom as a vendor, then they are able to sell these products both locally but also internationally. The fact that we can deliver to 192 countries, and this platform has been opened up for the international buyers. So that means the markets for the local entrepreneurs are now expanded beyond the borders, even locally, but also beyond the borders. And of course, Posta Uganda, being a government entity, has the cheapest rates on the market. I can assure you that if you want to send any item, either within Uganda or outside Uganda, Posta Uganda will be the choice, because it has the least rates on the market, but also on the speed and the coverage that we can cover. That is why one can ably choose Posta Uganda over other players.
Very interesting and clear. Well, messages have started coming in, and I think in the interest of time, we shall be, as we are discussing, you'll be responding to some of the messages, because sometimes we don't have enough time, and annoys my viewers. So as messages are coming in, I'll be interjecting in what you then we get back. One coming in from Chamba de James. He says, ask the MD, Posta Uganda. I hope I'm on the topic. Are all posta offices still functional, or must I come to Kampala at the head office? Thank you for hosting Posta Uganda. A quick one, then we'll go to the other, because we may...
Thank you. Let me be sure that I get the name right. James Chambade?
Yes.
Mr. Chambade, thank you for your question. The answer is yes. All the postal outlets are open. In every district office of Uganda, there will be a post office. We run 113 post offices throughout the country. You are welcome to come to the head office on Kampala Road. We shall serve you with a smile. But all the other offices, Mukono, Lira, Arua, Moroto, Kisoro, they are all open. More than 100 of them, they are open.
Another one, good morning, Uganda. Thanks, Robert, for hosting Posta Uganda. My question is, with the e-Posta where and how are packages received and sent, and how much and often are subscribers supposed to pay? Now, I didn't know that they're subscribers, but I have the MD here. Please keep the messages coming in. I'll read all of them. Yes.
Thank you. E-Posta is a medium of delivery. It enables us to track the items we receive to make sure nothing goes missing. And I should inform the questioner that Posta Uganda has a record of 0 losses. Once your item is received by the government agency, it will be delivered to you, 0 loss. So with electronic posta or e-posta, as you have said it, we have 2 options for you. When your item has arrived at the destination post office, let's say you are based in Mbale and your item is in Mbale post office, there are 2 options for you. You can come to the post office in Mbale and receive it, and we shall be glad to welcome you to the post office, or you will ask us to deliver it to your destination at a very small fee, and my colleague will be giving you the average rates we charge for delivery door to door. So remember, the options are 2. You can come to the nearest post office branch and you will receive your item because it is tracked. We also give you capability to track it on your phone, but we also give you a message and inform you you have the right to ask that this item be delivered to your home, to your office, and again, our people will be able to deliver it to you with a smile. I will let my colleague answer the last bit on the average tariffs that we charge. They are very friendly.
Thank you, MD. When you look at the delivery service, we actually charge very small rates. I'll give an example within Kampala, within the CBD. If you are within 4 kilometers, we shall charge you 2,000 to deliver your package.
Oh.
And then as distance keeps on increasing, we shall keep on adding about 1,000 for the next 3 kilometers, and it keeps on increasing as well.
Yeah.
And the advantage is that if you have, for example, 5 packages and they are all with the post office, we shall not charge you per package. We shall just charge you the distance and charge you a lump sum. If it is within 4 kilometers, we'll charge you 2,000 for 5 packages, and we shall deliver them to you.
Indeed, that is a government entity. Now someone, Emmanuel Mwesige here, asks a question. He says, good morning, Robert. I want to know, when did that start and why wasn't it publicized for us to honor Ababi? Now he's saying, when did this Postcom start, and why didn't you let the public know about it? MD, the question is to you.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to hear that you are interested in knowing about Postcom, the electronic shop in the post office. The product was launched on the 21st of March this year. So it hasn't been on the market for long. And the formal launch happened last month. So the product is very new on the market. The publicization has begun because you can see we are now talking about it, and you will read a lot more about it in the print media as well. So making it known to the public has only just begun. But I'm glad to hear your last statement, tuona wabi. Posta Uganda is regulated by the government of Uganda, the Uganda Communications Commission, and we are accountable for every item that goes through our hands. The technology we use for Postcom is regulated by the central bank, and again we are accountable for every penny that is moving on that platform. So I can assure you, dear questioner, there will be no more loss of items in this country because Postcom is a government platform and there are other people who are watching it. So welcome to use it. It will solve the problem.
So many questions are coming. Please keep them coming. The only problem is I may not ask what I had prepared to ask, but I think let the viewers take precedent.
Yes.
I think it's fine with us. Now, someone, okay, there's one time, let me read this one. says, good morning, Robert. Now I want to ask the Posta staff, if I have something that's not on Postcom, can they still deliver as they do for those that are bought on that app?
Tell them yes.
Thank you for that question. We can inform the person asking that yes, we can deliver the package, whether it is purchased on Postcom or not, because that is our core mandate to deliver. So if you have, for example, a business and you have orders that you get and you have a challenge of deliveries, please come to the post office or send us a message. We shall look for you and we can discuss. We can deliver your packages whenever you have orders. It is not only for Postcom, but our mandate is to make deliveries, whether on Postcom or not.
Now, please give me your name and just your name, sorry, when you're sending, maybe where you're watching from. I have a very interesting one. I want us to stick to what was launched, but I think also maybe we shall need more regular time, because some of the questions are coming in. They are still under your office, sir.
Absolutely.
This one says, MD, I used to have a postal address, but it was closed down for non-payment. What does it take to have a new address? Please stick, let me leave it open, okay, because they're all
Thank you. I think I appreciate the questions, Robert. And we will make our appearance more regular so that we give the Ugandan public to ask everything they want, because this is a government company. It's owned by the government of Uganda. What is the purpose? To serve the citizens, you and I. So it's your right to ask questions and to get answers. I'm glad you confessed that the address you used to have, I don't know where you are located, was closed for non-payment. It is a government service and it's your right to communicate. It's your right to own a post office address.
He's Philip from Lira. He's watching from
Lira.
Yes,
but we charge a very small fee for you to keep that address, because there is a cost of maintenance. And the average fee for a post office address is 90,000 shillings in Kampala for a whole year. 90,000 shillings. If you are based in Lira, it is 60,000 shillings for a whole year, 12 months. So please endeavor to keep your subscription regular so that they don't close it again. However, my colleague, I want to invite you to the Lira post office, and they are going to be waiting for you. Inform them that you still want your postal address, which was closed for non-payment, and they'll be able to reactivate it for you at no extra charge at all. They'll be able to reactivate it for you in less than a week so that you continue transacting. But I should also inform you that we have another category of addresses, the electronic addresses that you can manipulate on your phone or on your computer. So it's okay, you can go and renew subscription for your physical address, the box which you can open. You also have the option of accessing an e-address on your phone. So welcome, my brother from Lira. We shall be waiting for you at the Lira post office, and then we shall serve you. Absolutely.
Well, I'm not going to stop you from sending messages. That is the number on your screen. Use it and send us a message regarding that is, he's talked of the electronic address as well. Anything. Now I've opened space about Posta Uganda. We will be answering it, because one of you, that is Sechimpi Joseph, don't limit us. Please, I'm not limiting anybody. Ask your questions. The MD himself is here, and then manager operations. So feel free to ask. Now, this one comes in and says, good morning, Robert. I find this government service program very helpful. Thank you. I just tuned in. Does Posta still do passenger transport services? What is this? I think this is what are the rates. I don't see it on the website. From Chisoro, I think this is from Chisoro. Yes, please.
Oh, my dear brother from Chisoro, the answer is yes. Posta Uganda still offers the transport services. And there are two categories, the cargo transport, and you'll see many lorries, you'll see vans, you'll see motorcycles on the road. That's for cargo. We also offer the passenger transport services. There is a bus, a post bus, that leaves Kampala every morning, and they depart from our bus terminal at Clock Tower on Nsambia Road. The buses depart at 8 a.m. on their way to Kisoro every day. Conversely, a bus leaves Kisoro Post Office. Kisoro Post Office is right in the center of Kisoro town. There is a post bus that leaves Kisoro Post Office at 8 a.m. in the morning, and it comes to Kampala. We offer this service and it will not go away. Please come and use it. As for the website, we are glad to receive this feedback, my dear brother. We will now go and update our website to show all the post bus routes, and there are many. It's not only Kisoro. Our buses go to Kitgum, they go to Lira, they go everywhere. So we will show on our website the post bus routes. We will also publish for you the fares, how much do we charge on our routes. But remember what my colleague said, this is a government agency, so our tariffs are always lower than the market. Whether it's Christmas or Easter, our tariffs will always be lower. I'm glad that the answer I'm giving you is yes, those services exist up to today.
More questions are coming in. Hello, thanks for the program. This is Nyonyintono Dokas, following from Iganga district. I would like to know what, she says, I would like to ask if there aren't any possible linkages of information being delivered through this postcom, and how can you assure me that my package is safely delivered without being tampered?
Thank you. I want to assure Dokas
From
that
Uganda.
Dokas from Iganga that we have done this business of delivery for many years as post office, and the experience is that we have not had leakages of information. The way we receive your package is the way we deliver it, and if Dokas has not tested our service, I would encourage her to test it, because we've been here for decades and delivering this service, and all that we have done is excellent service. At least we have not had those leakages. I would encourage her to test our service and have a feel of how it is.
Well, thank you for keeping the messages coming in, and of course you can still do so. I think now I'm focusing on messages. Let me focus on messages of our viewers, because there seem to be so many coming in. This one says, this is Ronald from Nakawa. Can Posta Uganda receive items ordered from AliExpress? And what's the postal address of Uganda, particularly Kampala? I hope you know what this guy is talking about.
Okay. Did you say Ronald?
Yes, Ronald from Nakawa.
Yes, Posta Uganda can receive items ordered from anywhere. And at the beginning of the show, I did inform you that one of the drivers of this Postcom, the electronic shop, is the inflow of items ordered from websites and other international sellers. For you who's based in Nakawa, it's even much easier. You can designate the receiving end as Post Office Nakawa. There is a post office at Nakawa. When you turn off the street lights, it's a building that you see on the left. Opposite is a training school. Just before you reach that shopping mall on the right, there is a post office in Nakawa. But in case you are not too sure about that, you can also say headquarters of the post office, which is on Kampala Road. You have your name, because they'll ask you for your name, and if they ask for the address, you say General Post Office Headquarters, Kampala. If it's an international mailer, they might want you to give them your post office number, and we encourage you to have that post office address. because that's how we shall contact you. They might also ask for your telephone contact. Once that item comes to the post office in Kampala, we will contact you and we'll bring that item to you wherever you will be. If you choose to come and pick it from the post office, again, that is fine. But my colleague has assured you, items in the hands of the post office cannot go missing. Remember, we are monitored on how we do this. There is the regulator who watches everything we do. So we can't afford to lose an item for a client. And this has happened since the 1930s. Post office has been doing this. Lastly, technologies enable us to minimize loss.
One here, hello everyone. Given the history of government-led businesses, what specific measures is Posta Uganda putting in place to ensure Postcom delivers the efficient, high-quality service of goods of the good old days, rather than facing the operational challenges we often see with public enterprises today?
Okay, again, a very good question. At a corporate level, Posta Uganda functions like the private sector. It's a fully liberalized market, and our competition is the private sector, and you know them, the private courier companies. So we are employees of the government of Uganda, but we function like a private sector person. We will do everything to make sure that nothing goes wrong, and the facilities exist. Remember, we have a fleet of post buses that carries both cargo and passengers every day, so we can't afford to miss on delivery. We have dedicated trucks that go where there is need. We also have vans, we have bicycles, we have motorcycles. We have that capacity. Most importantly, we have branch offices. That's what makes the post office unique in delivery. Wherever you are, there is a post office nearby. So we are not like any other agency that can afford to carry your item to Mbale. They can't find you and they bring it back to Kampala. We have an office and a store in Mbale. There is a post office in Mbale. So to us, we are privileged to have capacity that no other courier company has in this country. Our employees, including myself, are very much aware that we are serving the private sector. And our work ethic within the company is zero tolerance to customer mail loss, zero tolerance to fraud, zero tolerance to inefficiency. So we are not just a bureaucracy that can tolerate losses and other challenges. No, we face them head on.
Still another one comes in. Please let's now stop the questions in the interest of time, because the way they are flowing in. Now, good morning, presenter. I had a postal number, but due to delay in payment, it was sold to another entity. How possible can I regain my original number, which I still use on my documents? From Arua, this is Mansour Ramadan.
Mr. Ramadan, welcome to Posta Uganda. Our post office in Arua is very vibrant. It's a pity that because you delayed to renew subscription onto your postal address, it's a pity that it was assigned to someone else. What I advise you to do, Ramadan, go to our office in Arua and they will receive you with kind hands. Present this matter to them. Maybe your address is still available, because we're not too sure that the new subscriber fully embraced it. Maybe the new subscriber didn't pay for it. It might still be available. If it's not, they will give you a number of options regarding the possible action you can take. But I advise you to contact our post office in Arua, or if you're in Kampala, contact us at our Kampala Road office. We will solve that problem. Your address might still be available for you. But remember, once you get it back, keep it active. Renew your subscription regularly. That helps us to keep track of you, but also to give the service on time. But I thank you for your question.
One says, hello MD, but I am from Soroti this morning and I did not see any Posta Uganda bus in Soroti and they are not reliable. I didn't get your name, but at least that is the message that came in.
Soroti, you are right. Soroti is served by delivery vans. The post bus that serves the eastern route terminates in Lira. So I'm surprised that you didn't see that, because from Mbale it goes through Soroti and it terminates in Lira. And then there's another bus that leaves Lira through Soroti to Kampala. There is no dedicated bus that terminates in Soroti city. But I want to assure you, all communication, all mail, all boxes, all packets for Soroti are picked on a regular basis by that post bus that commutes from Lira to Kampala and from Kampala to Lira. It's very reliable. It's very reliable because people in Lira will tell you the bus left Lira at AM this morning, 8 AM. So it should be on its way to Soroti. It should be on its way. And the post office is right on the highway opposite the referral hospital. You should be able to see that bus, my dear brother from Soroti.
Now, someone says, this is Tembo Moses from Kasese, says we need more publicity on Postacom. And of course, I think this is what the MD is doing now. Then he asks something very interesting here. Can I buy online a car from Japan using Posta and I receive it from Kasese?
Mr. Tembo, the answer is yes. All governments worldwide keep post offices alive for the simple reason that people should be able to communicate. And communicate does not mean only information. It also means exchanging goods and services. Order for your car from anywhere, designate Posta Uganda as your address, or even Posta Uganda Kasese, or even Mpondwe, because we have a post office in Mpondwe. That car will reach you at your doorstep, because the post office will do that. There is no limit to what you can order, as long as you designate your address. I hope you have a post office address, either Kampala, Kasese, or Mpondwe. It will reach you everywhere. And secondly, we do appreciate your guidance that we should publicize Postcom a lot more. We have just begun. I told you we began last month. We will be publicizing this a lot more. Using all media, we will do that. And we thank you for that feedback, my brother Tembo from Kasese.
Now I have another one. He says, thank you, sir, for the presentation. I'm happy to see a whole MD of Posta come. Those people don't want to interact with the public. But he goes ahead and says, what are the requirements to open a post office box?
Okay. Thank you. His name, did you get? Okay. We still appreciate your feedback. Actually, I differ slightly. I don't think MDs anywhere would not want to interface with the public. CEOs, particularly in government entities, know it for a fact that for them to do their work, they need to embrace the public. And quite many of them do it. I can't speak for them. But in Posta Uganda, we work very closely with our clients. And my job as the CEO is to make sure that the public understands what we do. We are a government agency. And as long as the public understands our work, understands our challenges, understands our mandate, our thinking is that we shall be better able to serve them. Specifically in regard to what do you need to do to open a post office address? Very simple. As an individual, the only thing we shall ask from you now is a national ID. We used to ask for many things, but if you have a national ID, you have 2 passport pictures because we need them for record. You will fill a form and you can do it directly at our counters or online. You submit those. In an hour, you'll have a post office address, because you can also pay online. Remember, Posta Uganda is fully digitized. We appreciate it when you walk to our office and we shake hands with you, because that's what we like. But if you are busy and you want to do it online, we access our website, you'll still be able to do everything you need, as long as you have a national ID. It's important for you to identify yourself as you open up an address, because this is a national requirement. But it's very easy. In less than an hour, you'll have your address and you'll enjoy it.
Well, my viewer, just to let you know, I'm no longer receiving messages, please, because we must come to the end of this, and I want to ensure that every message that comes, at least we reply to it. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to read quite a number at a go. I wish if my guests had where to jot, so that, let me do it this way. So that in case we want to see if I can be able to deal with what is coming in. Please stop there. Now let me start with, hi MD, I'm Harid Muhammad from Kampala. I thank Posta for reliable, trustable, cheap and improved services. Okay. This must be using Posta Uganda. Then, hi, I was late. Can you elaborate for me what Posta Uganda does? I'm Anne from Bweyale. Will we have the time, Anne? Then, good morning, UBC. What happened to Post Bank? I used to know Posta Uganda and Post Bank as one. Then says, MD, I used to have a postal address, but it was closed down for that's something. Someone asked something similar to that already. Then I have, I lost any of my deliveries, and also when I would to pick them, they ask me for money about, well, your message is not very clear. And after opening them, where you have so many issues that I may not be able to read out. Another one says, good morning, thank you for bringing the MD to UBC TV to explain. I need to understand more of Postcom and e-Post. What are those two? Is there a difference? Chamba de Joel. Okay, Chamba de Joel, Banang. Let's first stop at those.
Thank you. The questions are many, and we appreciate it, because the public needs to understand what Posta Uganda does. We promise you we will be coming more often, and prepare your questions, we will take them. But also at the post office we have suggestion boxes. You can drop your questions. Online, you are also able to send questions to us. We shall answer them, or because we are online. But I'm quite impressed by Mr. Harid's comment. You say, thank you, Posta Uganda. You provide reliable and cost-effective services. That is true. The services of the post office are reliable. I've already told you, we cannot afford to have any inefficiency, because we are monitored on what we do by the regulator. Internal technologies enable us to serve you with distinction. Everything we do is CCTV monitored internally. But while we are on the road delivering, technologies enable us to monitor everything, because we have track and trace. The poster van you see on the road is monitored, and once they deliver to you, we require proof of delivery. So it's a sealed system, nothing can go wrong. So Mr. Harid, we embrace your appreciation, and please keep it up. Posta Uganda delivers reliable and effective services. Now, regarding addresses, they are online. You can go online and open and run your address. But also, if you need a physical interface, come to our office. We shall welcome you with both hands. Remember, our offices are everywhere. You can open your address in Arua, in Chisoro, in Fort Portal, everywhere. Now, particularly for e-Post and Postcom. e-Post is the framework of digitization. It's electronic post. And the digitization covers many areas in the post office, including addresses. Postcom in particular is one product, the electronic shop of the post office. You can access Postcom and you trade. If you have items you want to sell, put them on Postcom. If you want to buy something on Postcom, go ahead because it is electronic. So Postcom is just a shop. It's an electronic shop of the government of Uganda, and we'll be using it to promote, most especially, local products. Remember, buy Uganda, build Uganda.
Well, MD, in the interest of time, I'll just give each of you a minute or two for your parting shot. Yes, the messages are still coming in, but there's nothing we can't do in the interest of time. Let's just have the parting shots.
Yeah.
Beginning with the manager operations.
Thank you. I think my parting shot is that Postcom is open to everyone, either as a buyer or as a seller. And to access Postcom, you go to www.postcom.ug. There you can be able
Please
to
repeat
register. www.postcom.ug. There you can register as a vendor or as a buyer. Number two, anyone who wants to reach to us can go to our website, www.ugapost.go.ug. There someone can get the contacts, the email addresses, the WhatsApp numbers, and be able to reach us for any inquiries that they may have. But we shall also welcome them to visit us at the post office and serve them.
Okay, MD, as we move out of here.
Dear viewers, thank you for your questions, your answers this morning. As the CEO of Posta Uganda, I have been pleased to interface with you this morning and to receive your very interesting feedback. We will keep this going on. I think I can guarantee that we will be back here regularly, at least once a month. We want to make sure we understand your needs as our clients and for us to meet them. As employees of government, we are quite ready. We are dedicated and also duty-bound to serve you to the best of our ability. So thank you for your questions. We thank you for your interest. Please embrace Posta Uganda, particularly the electronic products, e-addresses, Postcom, our now fully digitized courier services, our post buses. Embrace them and use them. We will serve you with distinction. Thank you so very much.
Well, thank you so much, my guest this morning, and above all, my viewer. Thank you very much for the messages that have come in, and of course, for being part of the show. Have the best of your day. God bless you.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.